Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're Jameson with Games. Happy Saturday, folks. Here we are for another round with the Chants of Sennaar. Day 3, in fact, of our Chants of Sennaar playthrough. Episode 3. And things are heating up in the sense that Day 2, Episode 2, which... it happened somehow, Stupinski. I woke up one day and I had a mustache and people looked to me for guidance and advice. I knew young people who I had watched develop, and I feel pride for them. All these things that don't comport with my anything I'd ever thought about my life. I thought I'd just always be young. How can you do? At least I'm still pretty. Hello, Cedric. Glad that you're here. And yeah, so check it out. The story so far. Stranger wakes up. It's an indie game, right? So we don't get a backstory. Just you wake up, you go on a quest. You weren't given a quest. Your quest is to progress through the game. Probably at the end, there'll be an ambiguous revelation about what my character is and what his purpose is. That's fine. I have no complaints about that. I'm just saying it's a pretty common way for indie adventure stories to be structured. But the whole gimmick is built around the fact that, well, in this place, which I assume is called Sennaar, everyone speaks languages that you don't understand, and there seem to be sort of like class-based languages or dialects, such that the people and the devotees of the lower classes don't speak the language of the warriors, who don't speak the language of the bards, who don't speak the language of the scientists, and so on. So a lot of the game is just about deducing what the language is. And it's pretty cool in that regard. Then there's some stealth. It's thematic. It is Stimpinski. Like, if you're gonna... That's one real good way to just really hammer home your caste system. It's just make it so they don't even though they live in the same city, they just don't speak the same language. I think I've seen warriors who were using the devotee tongue. I think there's some level of communication, because there's parts where the warriors are just being mean to the devotees, but there's certainly no understanding. Perhaps that's something we can get going. I don't know. I don't know what the stranger's goal is. He's not even officially called the stranger. That's just what I'm calling him. But yeah, so started out in the section of men and devotees. So the devotees are men, commoners, who are more committed to the religion of Sennaar. And when you get through there, you wind up in the warrior district. The warriors sort of actually control the church, it seems, or at least are its enforcers, and they have some real unpleasant ideas about who's pure and impure and what their role is in ensuring purity. From there, we snuck through and we made it up to the land of the Bards, where an upper class, a really, really elitist upper class of dilettante artists, just enjoy a life of luxury and indolence while expressing non-stop scorn for the common people. Their word for commoners is idiot. It's not admirable. But we snuck through there, and we've met the scientists. I don't know much about these scientists, but perhaps we'll learn about them now. Wait, hold on. What was my stat? I've validated 109 of the 186 glyphs in the 6 hours and 34 minutes I've been playing so far. Today will probably be a shorter session than I want it to be, but I've said that before, and then I get swept in. So perhaps that's what's going to happen. I guess we'll find out together. But yeah, here we are, and it's time to just do things. What I really enjoyed about the Bards section last week Okay, before I move forward, I'm actually going to teleport way back, because on these waypoint consoles, they all contain a little puzzle about translating between the languages. And maybe... No. Once again, like, hey, British! Welcome! Happy weekend! So the core is, to solve any of these, you need to know both of the languages involved. And so far, I've never been at a console while knowing that. They're also your fast travel points. They also have this screen, which I don't understand, of molecules, points of light, circling around some body. Yeah, jeez. So there's something even beyond the scientists that we might eventually have to learn, I guess. I don't know. My expectation is that this is the penultimate session of this playthrough. I think I'll probably beat it next week, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, a warrior and a devotee. The impures do not pass, the impures do not create music. Okay, that's helpful. The warriors are, I kind of figured this, but they're an interstitial between the privileged bards and the lowly commoners. Their impures are the idiots to the bards. So the impures don't pass. Is there a plural marker? I'm trying to remember. Pot, lens, instrument, make, create. Okay, where's my word that would be like pass? That would be very helpful. Plant, man, human, go pass. Okay, so is it man or devotees that don't pass? I'm going to start by guessing devotees. If I can once again find the glyph that means devotee. Thank you for that reminder, Cedric. Devotees. Where's my knot? Yeah, so it's neat because beyond just the fact that they have their own glyph sets, they also have their own grammar rules. So this is right up my alley as far as a puzzle game goes. Deciphering grammar? Yes, please. And then, the impures don't make music. The impures do not... Where's make? Make music. Alright, this is the first time I've completed one of these, so I'm interested to see. It's probably not going to blow my mind with the reward, but... Oh, never mind, I haven't completed it. Ha! So, once I translate it, now the devotee hears it, and the devotee says, no, 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 devotees create music. And now I have to use the warrior. So I'm like translating the conversation between these two, I think is the idea here. So, he's saying, impures... Wait, I haven't validated 3 of the warrior glyphs? Well, I'll worry about that in a moment. So where is impures? Oh, come on. Ah. Impures make music. And the fact that I haven't literally... Like, I've deciphered the language. It's not quite the same thing as learning it, so I actually have to go and look at the... Music. Make. Devotees make music. See? Oh, are we creating understanding between these two characters? Warriors love music. Well, shit. Maybe you should be nicer to the devotees. Warriors? Love music. Something has changed in the tower. What's the tower? Well, changed in the sense that this one is glowing. Okay, but also, all of a sudden this screen started to mean something. If there's 5 dots, I suspect there's 5 languages. These devices are about creating a web of understanding between the different castes.
Oh.
Cool. Alright, let's see how I can do on the rest of them. And then we'll get back to business. Start learning the language of the scientists. Presumably there should be like a bard warrior one and a devotee bard one. Scientists again. Those scientists. I like their weird outfit. They all have weird outfits. That's another part of their case system. Oh, oops. One sec. Hey, Abra. I use the complete Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah. There, Abra. Wait, Abra, look. It's your dad that you love. Okay. Tidied up in here, so I'm not sure that Abra cares about her bed anymore now that it's in a slightly, not even different, not even rearranged environment. But she definitely comes in and she's like, well, there's not as much junk on the floor. I don't know if I like this place. A lot of varied camera angles in this game, as we can see. Oh, here we go. I salute the man. Men, we are not. Right. And I gotta bring that back into the language of the devotees. So, okay. So the idiots are not also the devotees. The people the bards call the idiots, who are not idiots and who deserve respect and freedom. Okay. Men. Wait, no. Back. Whoops. How would I say this in the devotee tongue? I think it's... I need we first, right? We, not men. That's right. And then we, not, and I just gotta find free. Okay. All right. This actually, between Stimpinski's offhand comment about communication and understanding, and then engaging with these, this starts to suggest what might be a quest. Maybe actually what we're working towards here is that's actually a message that I think Devo would endorse. Abby's free. Okay. How to do this? Okay, so the Abbey got Abby. We've got free. There's no is. Is there? Oh, B. Okay. I can work with that. Abby be free. Oh, jeez. Free is... I'll find it. There we go. No. Abby is free. Come to Abby. I don't see why it would be this, and yet, might as well check. It's the grammar, I think, that's tripping me up here. No. Okay, hold on. Hey, Squeaky. What's up? This cat. You'd think that I don't spend all kinds of time with her. You'd think that I didn't take her out on the shared patio space, even though for like 5 minutes this morning, even though it was very cold, and I had no, I had big thick socks on, but not even shoes or slippers. But okay, okay. Freebie Abby? I won't spend too much time on this. Abby Freebie? No? Okay. The we are not free is with the negation at the end. Plural markers. So, bard or men. Or, yeah, okay. So, plural men, plural we. Free Abby B? Did I already try that one? Nope, there we go. That was one of the trickier parts of figuring out the Bard language, is that they got some messy grammar. Come to Abby. So I think I need the plural marker after come, perhaps? Is there come separate from go? No. So what about... Okay. What about... Because there's destination or something, right? Or path. You path Abby? Not quite. I'll put a pin in this soon. Wait. You plural go Abby? Nope. Hold on. Is it this again? Like, just gotta say it a little more Yoda-y. Yep, Abby, you go. We're drawing the shape. Something has changed in the tower. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know what that means yet.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Unless this is just the tower and the thing changing so that we're filling in the things. Okay. And now I'm back to the one where I was, which I can't solve yet. Right? Yes. Good. Okay. Let's learn a language. Seeking you are, found we have. You seek present, we seek past. Okay, I should open my journal first because there's... Yeah, here's the warrior thing I haven't validated. Oh, absolutely awesome. A great extension of the deciphering the language thing. No. Well, this one seems right. Fortress, treasure, call. I've completed the translation of the warrior's language. I was wildly off with my guesses there. But obviously I was doing well enough that I got on through. And that caused me to have completed... I guess it won't give you the prize for completing the Bards language until you've completed the previous language. I know everything. Hey, Squeaky. You are very excited, Abra. And I understand. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, now let's look at our contemporary scientist language. Here we go. So, our first page is just giving us the glyphs of the language and tasking us with figuring out yeah, I wonder if it's the ones... I wonder if in the Bard section... Was it like... No, it wouldn't be this stuff, because those aren't the same words. I don't know. But I think ultimately just... oh, here it is, yeah. Because I didn't know Fortress. So until I knew Fortress, it didn't lock in and give it to me officially. So it's not literally got to do all the warrior before you can do the Bard. Because if I had Fortress, but not maybe all the warrior language, I probably could have got it. Neat. Okay. So, let's look at this for a minute. Seeking you are, found we have. Then. Okay. So probably... See, last week, the reason it says present and past, I was thinking... Maybe there's like there's tense markers because both of these seem like they should actually be capable of being done in a single glyph. Or two glyphs, I mean. But now I have a thought that is different. In fact, not now. I had this thought in the middle of the week. They still just have plural markers, and so I'm going to guess that this is you. This is plural. Not seek, but plural. And then This has to be seek. Then me, because me plural is we, and instead of past, it's find. We're off to the races. Okay. Abra, my goodness, sweetie. What do you want, sweetheart? Maybe Danielle will take you for a walk. This cat, she loves to go in the hallway and now onto the shared patio space of the apartment building. We've been here almost 2 years, and I've been trying to get her to go out there because I figured she'd really like it. But she'd always, she wants to go in the hall, and then she stops, and she likes to look out the big glass door. And if I opened it, she liked to sniff, but she didn't want to go out. And then, one fateful day last week, she was walking by that door, and she saw 2 mice on the patio sneaking around in the dark. And that was all she needed. Now she's really, really into it. Okay. Seeking you are, found we have. So now what do we do? I don't know. I have no internal sense of the geography here, but I'll do my best. I don't think I'd explored much. I think this is just where I got to. Is that how I got here? Well, here's one thing I can do. Go in different directions. Oh, I remember this now. There are scary monsters here who can only exist in the dark. They cannot come into the light. Right. And this is another spot that I've been through, I believe, which means that elevator is the way to go. But can I use the elevator? I don't know. Okay. Might take some trial and error here. If I press this button, it lights that light. Uh-oh. Okay. If I press this button, it also goes brrrring. Oh, I bet. Hold on. Okay. Ding. Ding? No. Okay. No, my guess was maybe these glyphs are 2 numbers, and I'll figure out the 4 button sequence. But no, it seems that this is definitely the first button to push. Oh, wait. What if it's a bunch of numbers? Oh, I gotta hold A and then move this thing. That didn't work. Okay. Well, let's go with these are numbers. Guess for now. Not necessarily correct, but it could be. If that's 1, and this is 2. I wish when you were looking at a specific glyph and then you pressed X to open the journal, it was on that glyph. I mean, it's showing it to you. It's not a big deal. It's churlish, in fact, to complain about that, but... Okay. So, if this is 1, and this is 2, I have no insight into what might be 3. But it's not that. Ho 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 ho. Ooh, Xavery, that is also an excellent suggestion for a quality of life improvement here. And again, they've done an excellent job. It could be even better, but it's a pretty good interface, I find. Okay, well, is this 4? It is. Welcome, by the way, Xavier. Good to have you here. And anyone who's out there not sounding off. Please do feel free. But even if you're just lurking, I'm glad you're here. Alright. And now the elevator works? Heck yeah, it does. Oh, and wouldn't you know? Abra, my goodness, sweetie. I love you too, but what do you want from me? You've had your LUNCH. Yeah, you've had your TRATs. We've had 2 WALKs. Ooh. One thing I have no notes on in this game is the color palette. It's been uniformly superb. These big, bold colors, but they like... You get a new, big, bold color palette for every new area. It's real good. Okay. Oh. We have a mall info kiosk thing here, I think. See, I am here at number 1. I think that's what this means. This elevator was supposed to be broken. I think that's where I came up from. Perchance. Well, hold on. Let's talk to these fellas whose language we do not know. Gentlemen. Or ladies. Me something. Me something you. And I something you in turn, sir. Or madam. I mean, we don't know the scientist's language yet. It's entirely possible that they use ungendered pronouns. Plural. Plural something. And then there's a picture of a microscope. It could literally... You know what? It could literally mean microscopes. It could also, though, just mean scientists. I'm gonna guess. Okay. I'm gonna follow this cat and see if she leads me somewhere, and see if we can find something she wants. And I'll be right back with you, gang. Hang tight. It's a secret to everyone what Abra wants. Rather than leading me somewhere, she let me lead her. So I just took her down to Danielle. Okay. So this could literally mean microscopes. Could also mean scientists. I'm going to guess scientist. You know what? I'm going to wait. Because now that I think about it, it could be microscopes. It could be laboratories. It could be scientists. I should wait until I have more context. something 1, something 2. Now I think it means laboratory. But I'm only going to type lab. I'll remember what that means. I will hopefully not get confused and be like, you know, like the dog breed Labrador or something. We shouldn't rule that out. That I get confused in that way, but try not to. Okay, what do we have up here? Okay. Something and something. Is this something? Fascinating. Excuse me. We seek something. We're seeking at least 2 things. Truth, ascension, God. Plural. Yeah. Absolutely. You know what? I agree. So far. Oh, hey. It's a ruler. How would you get this far, though, without having already figured out the numbers that they've asked of me? Like, I'm fascinated by the idea of someone who figured out the elevator, and then immediately after figuring out the elevator was asked to figure out the numbers 1 through 5. It's like, how the hell would I figure that out? Carried on. Then they found the ruler, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So here, I can change these to numbers. I don't see why it would be 1. Oh. Is this 0? Oops. Botched that. Let's try this again. There we go. I mean, it could be. Okay, so I'm going to guess it's not just enter 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And yet. Might as well give it a try, right? Hit the button. Okay. Is this simply a calculator? We're going to test this with some very simple math. 1. Oh, now I'm getting all the other numbers. If I get a 2 glyph, hell yeah. Okay, it's an adding machine. That's cool. And now the presence of the ruler becomes a little clearer in intent. I can work with this ruler now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. Well, I see how their decimal they got a base 10 number system here. And if you do the symbol for the single digit, but if you put it on the left side, now that's in the other place. And at the bottom, I bet. Because we saw when I added a bunch of numbers at random, it filled in like shapes in all 4 corners. Okay. So 5 is when you put a dot in it. Oh, but it's not asking me to solve 5. Wants me to solve the more complicated ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of looks like an H without a wiggly. And then you make it wiggly and it's a 7. And then you do this, it's an 8. This is 9. Sure is. Okay. A lot of the scientists' language seems to actually just be digits. Which actually, so far, makes it much easier than the Bards, even though their glyphs look way more complicated outside of the numbers. Plural, equations? Attempts? I need to know more of the language. They've tried different configurations. Like, obviously I see a number attached to a glyph in each pair. The numbers are glyphs too, but you see what I mean. We got a word and a number in pairs, and then sets of 3 pairs. And they've been tried, they've failed, they've been empirically disproven through the scientific method, and thus crossed off. But you leave them up there on the chalkboard so that you don't do it again unnecessarily. Cool stuff. Well, let's go upstairs. Oh, never mind. That's a long trip. It's a lot of stairs. Let's go through here. Let's see what's in here. Oh man, I didn't get any Ultima Underworld 2 in last week. Oh, a puzzle. Just didn't have the energy. It's been a long term. Okay. Yeah, oh, absolutely. They need a lot of math for their calculations. Perhaps I'm interested to see, do we wind up getting like number signs, you know what I mean? Not number signs, operations, like multiplication. Yeah, these are not biologists we're dealing with. I'm thinking these dudes are mostly into astrophysics. Okay, so monster fears fire. Although, even though this quite clearly shows a monster fearing a flame, in my experience, the monsters feared light. So I might not go ahead and fill in fire. Or do I do light/fire? I don't know. But I'm going to call this fear for now. And yeah, you know what? I mean, it'd be silly not to at least record something. So I'll do light/fire. I am going to put I haven't done this before. I haven't used a slash yet. And now that I'm doing it, it's like, this would have actually been a wise way to go. Every other time that I was going between 1 or 2, and it's like, I'll do this one, but try to remember that it might be this one. It's a better approach. Oh. Huh. What on earth? I mean, this seems like monster. This seems like fear. But I got nothing for what these other two might be right now. Like, we got a butterfly and a caterpillar. Metamorphosis. What a cool game. Okay. This sign is no longer valid for some reason. Scientists so far seem definitely friendlier than the bards, or especially the warriors, which is nice. You don't always necessarily associate scientists with social skills. That doesn't mean that they can't be friendly. Oh, I've heard good things about the Long Dark, Stimpinski. And perhaps that'd be a good one to fire up at some point this winter, which is just beginning. Okay, yeah. So Lab 2, back in Lab 2. Where else can I go in this area before I start climbing up to places? Well, what's in here? Oh, you can't go in there. Probably got to figure out what to do with this. To put the light on. Or perhaps the idea is just that I'll be really, really good at it. No, I have none of the necessary instincts. The older I get, just the wimpier and less tolerant I have of being even slightly cold. Living in a cold place is supposed to work in a different way than that. Oh, have I learned any more of your words? Hold on. Me, scientist. What if that's what we're looking at here? Where is that? Whereas conversely, if I went anywhere and found an alligator. Oh man, I'm gonna turn and read it over here. What a terrible time. Oh, actually, hold on. I'll just do this. This is okay. Ooh, this distrust sounds really good. Yeah, I bet that is a big thing. If you live in one of the places where you just don't have all the seasons, or if the seasons are there but like winter is like, you'll definitely put a t-shirt on before you go outside. Not going out shirtless. Wear your thick shorts. A game called Distrust feels like... Oh man, the thing is, thanks to climate change, we get pounded by hurricanes all the time now too. And now we're getting wildfires. Xavier, that's a common migration pattern. An common internal migration pattern in the United States, from what I gather. Me scientist, me greet you. Greet, salute. Greet and salute, and it's all the same in the dark. Okay. But yeah, definitely getting back with some Ultima Underworld 2 Labyrinth of Worlds. That's going along pretty well. I feel like I'm probably... It feels like I might be nearing like the halfway point of that game. Kind of the structure I'm expecting it to have is... I'm not sure how many faces the gem has, but 8 feels like the number of different worlds there would be, because 8 is how many virtues of Britannia there are, and how many dungeons, except actually there is no anti-humility dungeon. But that's how many runes, that's how many, etc., etc. So that's how many levels there are in each Ultima dungeon. So 8 different worlds seems about appropriate. And I've so far been in the Goblin Tower land, Killorn Keep, and the Ice World. So that's 3. So that's not quite half. But if it is 8, I feel like I'm getting pretty soon I will find the 4th. But what I kind of suspect the structure is going to wind up being, because none of the trips to each of the worlds has been that long so far before I felt like I'd accomplished my goal and I had another world open. I won't be surprised if when we have all the worlds, there is then a quest chain that sends me back to each world once. I don't know. That could be. What am I looking at? Oh, a sign over this place. Well, may I come in? No, not without an access card. What about down here? What could those glyphs possibly mean? It seems like it's kind of reckless. I'm going in the Skull X place. Just because. Whoa. It's cool though. Do a minecart platform action sequence out of nowhere. Chants of Sennaar. Like in Donkey Kong Country or something. The sign was too foreboding. You were too well cautioned. No, not doing it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not even. They're not even glyphs. You don't even have to solve them. It's just we all know what that means. Really interesting document. I've never read the whole document, but one of my guest speakers always brings it up in her presentation in my engineering class. In one of my they're all engineering classes, but in one of my classes. It's like a document from the 70s where I think the United States government got a bunch of like artists and different like cultural types to try to work on the task of if we generate a lot of high-level radioactive waste from nuclear fission, and we need to put that somewhere for a very long time, because like the half-life on this high-level radioactive waste is much longer than industrial society has existed. It is the task of telling the people of the future, no matter what happens in the world, to not go in there. I mean, maybe that's what this is. I don't get surgery from this, but who knows? Maybe they have really unconventional methods for getting started. Could this literally just mean rocks? I don't think so, but maybe it does. So anyway, so the challenge is, like, you can't just put up a sign that says danger, high-level radioactive waste, because what if civilization collapses? And much, much, much later on down the road, here we go. Some light action. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, good. I didn't get to play any Mario Wonder this week, so this is scratching the itch. Just picture all these falling rocks as thwomps. Yeah, so they had to come up with all these different ways to try to, what if, hopefully not, but what if civilization collapses and then much later on, primitive man, what? Get out of here. I know it's not a fair comparison, but you'd never see that kind of sloppy hit detection in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. There we go. So, yeah, so they came up with all these ideas like make a bunch of giant jagged spikes and just have them sticking out of the ground at all different angles, just so it seems like vaguely foreboding and like, there's something wrong with this place. We should not have come here. This is a bad place and it was constructed either by, what hands of ancient man or like maybe God made this. Oh man, Mario is missing too. It's gonna be great. Okay, so let's start with the assumption that these are open and shut. This is it? Yeah. So this one is, you think open and shut, or whatever they are, would be right next to each other, but I guess not. Here we are. Shut. On, off, I suppose, is also possible. I don't think I need the slashes for that. Because if it's open, shut, on, off, then it could also, yes, no, true, false. It's just a binary. It's very intuitive. Probably I can't do anything here until I get whatever object is going to do that, but... Okay. I'm going to put this to the red zone and press that button. Didn't work. What if I put it all the way? I'm inclined to say I need whatever I could put up here. At the same time. Oh. So did the symbol back by the skull back there just mean... Just in case any of the scientists saw the skull and were like, what's that drawing of? Then the glyph next to it means bones. I'm like, oh, it's a head bone. However, we absolutely have open and shut here. Open, shut, on, off, yes, no, true, false. 1 and 0, although actually we have a 1 and a 0. But... Okay, well, let's go back and see if I can validate. The camera is not as kind for doing it in this direction. Yeah, I imagine I have more time left with Ultima Underworld 2 than I do with Chants of Sennaar. But the very nice thing, you're playing a game, even 2 games that you really enjoy, but you also have games that you're looking forward to playing when you finish them. Every step closer to the finish is not only the bittersweet, concluding your time with something you enjoy, but it's the beginning of enjoying a new game. And to that end, when I finish Ultima Underworld 2, we're doing point-and-click adventures on both sides because, well, actually I don't know exactly what it's going to be after Ultima Underworld 2. Because after Ultima Underworld 2... Okay, this only works one way. The timing does not work out in both directions. Frustrating, because, I mean, I could brute force the skull glyph, I suppose, but... Okay. A gold bar. Or some sort of precious metal bar. Can it be all so simple? One moment, though. Frustrating that you can't go from this screen to the journal, but okay. A triangle and a circle and a smaller filled-in circle. Right here. Gold? Seems like probably not, but could be. There's no good reason not to guess, because just eventually I'll talk to someone and they'll say something like, well, gold makes no sense in this context. Well, okay, no. Unless, hold on. Is this to do all of these things in this one order? No. Okay, great. There's something else to do here. Feels... Probably doesn't matter. Feels more responsible to shut the thing back off. The real responsible thing, of course, is not to just start grabbing things and jerking them around when you don't understand what they are. But it's just not a way I can afford to live my life here in Sennaar. If I'm going to accomplish my goal of maybe bringing peace, love, and understanding to this place, or possibly doing something else. Searching the lockers. This one's locked. But inside of it, I get some pass cards. Oh, cool. They're like punch code cards. Neat. Ah, don't need this book. And apparently I don't need a scientist hat. Seems odd. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Because the scientists are not hostile to me. Can it be all so simple? Yes. Sometimes it just can be. But I haven't also solved another puzzle. Probably. If... Okay, so when I was trying to put the gold bar in that device, I was kind of thinking about alchemy. But if that is an alchemy device, and it's right next to a stockroom of gold bars, it doesn't make any sense to put the gold bar in the device. Presumably you want to find a lead bar, put it in the device, turn it to gold. Or it could be something else entirely. Okay. Can I go beyond? Yes, I can. What's down here? It's the something something. Well, no harm in finding out, unless I'm, killed or something. Oh. Could this be the lead storage area?
Oh.
Who said that?
Oh.
You greet me. It might mean help. Yeah, hey. Happy to help. And then arbitrarily, there's also a thing here. Okay. It's a widget. So who's it? It's a device. One thing I can say for sure is this is some sort of device or thing. Sometimes a simple bow says it all, right, Savory? Words would just complicate matters. Okay, so... Well, I'll just keep in my head. I could go and put a slash, but... Probably what I thought was greet means help. And that means... If that's true, then that scientist I talked to at first was asked me if I want help. And what I thought was him saying, I'm a scientist, might have been where he was saying greetings. But then he didn't do anything to help me. Or does he just mean like, I help you because science helps society and you're a part of society? Huh? This is a library. But hold on. Was there, way back down below, a sign? So, no, there was not. But, okay. In a way, it seems odd that these scientists, who obviously have technology like elevators and stuff, have this many gigantic staircases, and that like you got to take a staircase this big to get to the study area. But then when you think about it, that's a very practical way to ensure that even though you're spending most of your time hunched over a book or a microscope or scribbling numbers on a chalkboard, you're still getting some cardio. Excuse me. No, it's a library. Stop, please, sir. Stop bothering the other patrons. Oh. Okay, so put perhaps 3 things in here? But anyway, this is also a how to do it. Pump to get the thing up and then press the button. So actually, except for the fact that I had no idea, or I was working towards figuring out what to put up there, everything else is pretty clear. I already had it right. But now we know. Can I add that to your journal, stranger? No, he can't be bothered. Oh well. I think it'll become fairly clear. Probably, I hope. 2. Yes. Of course. Don't know what that means, but okay. 1 is gold, 2 is something, 3 is something, and 4 is also something. Probably all of those are materials. Oh. 1 is gold. Well, now let's go back to number 2. What was in 2? 2 is coins, bronze, silver, fool's gold. I don't know. Presumably, there's a 3 and a 4 display case somewhere. Maybe that will help. Excuse me. Do you mind if I just stare over your shoulder and just breathe on you? No, the stranger's too polite. He's like, no, I'm not breathing on this guy's neck while he's trying to read. Aha! You seek or want. Yeah, I do. I seek, I want. Make fire, perhaps? I'm going to try create for this one. But I'll take make instead, because it's a shorter word. I'm hoping. I can't like say it's going to happen and put it on the schedule yet and then break my compact with the audience. But I'm hoping when classes end to get a little bit more streaming on the schedule in December. Particularly, there's a bunch of different things I like to do, but British found a really cool sounding Mario Maker 2 gimmick world where the guy made the person made a whole world of variations on 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. And well, that sounds really cool. So that's something I'd love to check out. Then also, I have a very intermittent, as far as puzzle solving goes, very intermittent Lolo 3, Adventures of Lolo 3 playthrough. There we go. Sounds super cool. So is this books? I guess I could have... This is what the guy in there said to me, isn't it? It's not books, or else you wouldn't need the plural symbol. But let me just go back and see. Is that when I talked to the guy in the library, did he say, seeking books? You're seeking books. It's a very sound hypothesis, Mr. Scientist. Yep. You're seeking book. Indeed, sir. That's exactly why I've come to the library. But yeah, I would love to, for the first time in my life, a game that I've been playing since I was a child, beat The Adventures of Lolo 3. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I first played that game when I was like 8, and I've played it intermittently since, and I never gave in to the temptation once to look at a walkthrough for any of the puzzles. So I've never beaten it. But I'm smarter now, older and wiser. And I have diagnosed ADHD, which is helpful. And okay. Yeah, the labs. The down there place, which is shut, which is why the elevator's gone. I am here. Okay. I've beaten Sonic 2. Although, the important caveat, not that it, like, I was probably actually, this is an arrogant thing to say, when you're vaguely recollecting your childhood. Even though I played as Tails and my buddy played as Sonic, I bet I was doing the heavy lifting. Found 7. I need 9. Okay. Well, if I find 2 of these things, and did you try looking literally right over here? Excuse me? Excuse me. Alright, there's an elevator here. Did I talk to these folks? Excuse me. Oh, wait, no. Alright, no. They're busy. They're deep in scientific conversation. So I'm going to try to beat Lolo in December. We'll see. I'm going to try to put in some time checking out these variations on 1-1 that British has found. And then also, rather than intermittent, it is on hiatus. But I am still playing Ogre Battle, The March of the Black Queen. It can't possibly be... Well, actually, I was going to say, it can't possibly be good for my attempt to learn the game systems without consulting any sort of guide that I've taken like a several-month break from playing. But actually, sometimes in my life, I've found, like, with things I would, like, learning music, for example. Like, sometimes I would... there's another thing I got to do. That has nothing to do with streaming. But I haven't touched my guitar since Daniel and I moved in here. Or my keyboard, or my bass, or anything. Or I haven't done a proper vocal warm-up and just sang. I've let myself decay musically. But sometimes what I would find is I'd put in a whole bunch of practice trying to, get a song down, figure it out. And I'd be just, not necessarily getting any closer to it. And I'd practice for a while, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm going to sleep. And... okay. These 2 have already been inserted. What about this one? Is this the fire? Make fire? No. So maybe I'll go back to Ogre Battle and I'll understand how to manage alignment. This probably means on. I'm just going to guess on for now. But the button is not going to work for me until such time as I have figured out what the one remaining requirement of the machine is and put it in. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. I gotta help Danielle clean her car because she's getting a new one. She had to give it was a lease, so she could give the old one back in like nice condition. I absolutely must play some Ultima Underworld 2 Labyrinth of Worlds. Probably setting this on fire is not the secret. No. In fact, I can see there's probably going to be a little thing that fits in that slot. And I got to mark some papers. I got student papers that I got to mark before they're fortunately their final paper is not due until the end of the first week of December. So like across the course of this week, I got to finish marking that second short paper so that the students who I'm responsible for marking have good feedback that might help them with their final papers. But then this week is also first year design project presentations week. And so my evaluation responsibilities for those presentations add 24 hours of live student contact time to my work week. Pretty intense. Something is shut, and it opens at 4. Okay. The cafeteria. Cafeteria shut. Cafeteria open at 4. That feels plausible. What's down here? Oh ho! The place that I opted not to climb up a long time ago. Alright. Well. I suppose I ought to go and look at that thing and validate. I don't like how I can't even look at the formulas just to... Like, you gotta actually remember your glyphs. Oh, that probably... Hopefully that means you don't need to look at these to figure this out. Do I know these words yet? On. Light. Okay. I'm seeking something because I want to turn it on or activate or... Okay. Oh, something makes. On, open, something. Okay. Maybe the button doesn't just mean on. Okay. I ought to go look at the glyph that was beside the skull. So then I can probably validate those. And then... Well, I mean, then I gotta figure something out. That's what we're here for. But yeah, while this has been an intensely busy term, partially because of things that I had to add to my normal workload, and then partially because I'm slowly learning the lesson that I think you gotta learn at some point if you're going to teach courses again and again and again, which is that you can try one of your new ideas in any given class, in any given term. But that's it. If you go and you're like, alright, I'm going to do these 3 new things. I'm going to overhaul the grading system and add a new set of lectures on this topic and add a new assignment or redo the tutorial activities or anything like that. It's going to overwhelm you. Death or dead. Okay. And open and close. Brilliant. What I really need is for the stranger to plot things out again. Oh. There's no way but through. But this very busy term is actually leading up to what might be, and I really ought to knock on wood, so I keep wood coasters right here on my desk. I'm thinking this is going to be the best wrap up at the end of the term that I've had. I think. We'll see. Time will tell. Men make plans and the gods laugh. But I think, so that's why I'm thinking, maybe I can squeeze in a little more. 58 Dream Street and over here. Then I gotta start thinking, like, what are some of the goals I have for this place in the winter? Well, okay. I still don't have any idea what to put up there. And I don't believe that I possess it yet. I'm down to only the making fire thing. Which just can't... I can't imagine that's the... Saying that out loud makes me think, what, you fool? Just go confirm it. Just go confirm that it's not the answer. Think of how stupid you will feel later. No. Okay. Good. What I totally failed to do this year, because of how hard it turned out to be to execute the starting soon screen art that I had in mind, which when I say that out loud seems like an absurd reason to have abandoned a plan. But what I want is to have my lady Danielle actually join me on here and do a 2-player playthrough of one of my favorite video games of all time, Final Fantasy VI. There's nothing new for me to experience in Final Fantasy VI, which is okay. I don't need new experiences to have a great time playing Final Fantasy VI. But what I've tried to do every time I've played Final Fantasy VI over the past 15 years is rope somebody else into playing with me who has never seen it before, who's never encountered it before. And Danielle fits the bill. And I also believe, solved that puzzle. The mystery of the awkwardly placed stairwell. Something plural, something plural. Unreadable, plants unreadable. Warriors don't something. Yeah. Oh, but... Warriors? And don't. Plant. I feel like the stranger might be inspired to do some sketching here. That's my boy. All right, here we go. The most boring form of sketcher, PJ! Welcome! Happy Saturday. I'm deep into the scientist segment of the game right now. Got a lot of glyphs, but I've got a lot of good guesses for the ones I haven't validated. It looks like I've validated a ton, but one of the tricks is that a lot of this is I've just validated their base 10 number system. And I think I figured out how the numbers are assembled, like numbers beyond 1, 0 through 9. So I'm looking forward to being tested on that ability. And I solved a few of these things, which turn out to be about translating between the different peoples of Sennaar, which is making me hope that the obscure goal that we're building towards here is like a peace, love, and understanding kind of thing. That would be a great. Not only would it fit the themes of the story. Well, I don't have a clue what might be brothers in the scientist language yet. So I'm going to put a pin in that. But yeah, it's also a great compliment, if it turns out to be true, to the very it's good ludonarrative harmony. Because if the whole game is about learning multiple different languages, translating, and then the thrust of the narrative is to translate between the people. Something like that, yeah. Okay. I feel like, keeps feeling like there should be something I can pick up down here. Maybe I'm wrong. I can relive my conversation with this guy. You greet me, but it probably meant help me. And that was all he said. Okay. Onwards then. Not sure where I'm going onwards to. Why don't I go back and talk to the guy who I thought was greeting me, who might have been saying he would help me, even though I don't know what help of his I would need. I'm a scientist. I greet you. I welcome. If the other guy was saying greet, then it's probably help, but I don't know. Have I fully explored what was down below? I think I have. But I guess there's no sense in not being thorough. Yeah. That's just the elevator back down. Okay. Back to the labs for a moment. Poke around in there. I like the very, very, very stiff, but also very communicative of I'm in a hurry, I'm on important business walk of the scientists. Plural makes something. I'm sorry, man. I don't understand your language well enough to have even the slightest clue what you're saying. That's just a ruler. This is an adding machine, I guess, but I don't know what I would add on it yet. Wait, have I never gone up here? No, I think I did, but let me check. Oh yeah, I did this quite recently, in fact. Coming down the other way. So, yeah, and it's still not 4. The cafeteria is still not open. Wait, hold on. Wait, yes, yeah. Okay. I saw that there are 4, like, that clock has fork symbols for the different meal times. And I wanted to make sure that one of the meal times was a 4. And it was. So I understood correctly when the scientist said, cafeteria is closed, but it opens at 4. Don't know the first thing about what's going on here. I mean, it's about something plural. Lots of things are plural, though. You can pluralize quite a few different nouns. Oh, do I light this lamp and then take it with me so I can go in the dark where the scary monsters are? Hell yes, I do. We can be grateful for that much. For sure. Okay, so perhaps what I thought was greet is help. Did I have a make? Make. Fire. Help. It's coming together. You love to see it. What's in here? Rats. And Laboratory 3. And then some kind of gimmick to gain access to Laboratory 3. 0, 1, 2. Do I need a passcode? Seems that I do. Okay. Well, this would probably be too simple. Oh, I didn't even do it right. No. The password to Lab 3 is 3333. Nah. It's a beautiful thought. Oh, and this sign clearly says Lab 3 underneath it. But it's been closed off because perhaps Lab 3 was the experiment that created the monsters that are afraid of light. And then this is just, I'm just running around in a loop here. Okay, I'm back up here. But where? So these are alchemical formulas, I think. Wait. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this refers to the material of gold. And so if I look at these, the glyph pairs are all noun and number. And then at least some of those are the gold glyph. Some of them are probably lead or something else glyph. Do I still possess the lighting thing? No, I don't. So that's nice to know. Ooh. Ooh. Pardon me. And then if I go over here, I'm just back where I was. Alright. So. I mean, I guess I'll head back upwards. But is there anything else? Let me look at the Wayfinder sign for a moment. Labs, cafeteria. Maybe on is not quite what that's getting at. Okay, well, just run the loop because I've obviously missed something, I think. Into the library. Wait. You're one of these. Alright. Creating fire. Yep. Figured that out. This guy just says, hey, you're looking for a book. He can tell because I've come to the library. Number 1. A ring. So yeah, what does this mean? Gold? Something. 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 And then, at the very least, I have a number 2 here. Coins? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pardon me. Does it mean coins? I might as well, enter a guess. And then, is this something? No. Excuse me, sir. Nope. None of the ones who are studying want to talk to you. What about this guy? No, he's perusing too hard. Too bothered looking up at me. Okay. Oh. Go up here. I didn't do this before. The second level of the library. Now we're finding things that I missed. Scientists. Oh, great. So this is obviously the word for bard. Are they the worst or the second worst of the Sennaarians we've met? I guess if my supposition that the warriors work for the scientists is true. And then this is... a scientist and a regular person, I think? I don't know. Got any sketching you want to do, stranger? No luck. Can't validate any more glyphs until that stranger gets a little inspiration here. Gold, coin, 3 and 4. Perhaps the 3 and 4 display cases are up here somewhere? Excuse me.
Oh.
I found finding Bard book, or I'm looking for the Bard book. Angels make door? I don't know. Probably not. However, I am going to try angels here. Might be chosen ones. No, because now that I've had some confirmation of the relationship with the warriors and the bards, that does make me think that perhaps the bard thing is all about, or the chosen one language of the warriors is describing the bards. Oh, our boy's ready. Okay. Wow. Let's start out easy. Scientist. Have book. Oh, bard. Book. And then I think I have the opportunity here to do something really easy. I shouldn't pluralize this. And it's not important, and yet I'm going to fix it. And then door or something. Okay. And then where was the other valuable thing I saw? This. That symbol. People. Fellowship. Men. Door. Fairy. Okay. Book. Bard. Alchemist. I've been calling them the scientists all this time. Brothers. Right. Brother. Fellowship, of course. But, that would be helpful with the console conversation. That was one of the words I was missing. What else? Excuse me, sir. Wait. Display case. Number 3. Cup. But it might be the material. Bronze. These guesses I'm not super confident with. In fact, I'm unconfident enough. Break out the old slash. Wait, did I try bothering this guy? Sir. No. He's deep in thought. Here's number 4. Lead, I suppose, but... Oh! Cup or cookware, maybe? Finery. Coins. And then... Am I going to remember this? Seems kind of silly to guess when I can go validate, but... Seems kind of silly to guess when I can go and validate. Why say that out loud? And then keep guessing. Here we go. Gold, silver, bronze, copper, and carbon. I was figuring it'd be lead, but okay, it's carbon. Solid carbon. Is it important that in the Chants of Sennaar universe, carbon is apparently solid at room temperature? Wait, is that true in our universe too? Because now that I think about it, all the carbon gases I'm thinking about are obviously chemical compounds involving oxygen. Lab. Hat. Okay, wait. Yeah, that's what I had as lab. And then the other thing there is a number. That's a number. Right. Right. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. Right. Silly. Silly of me to have temporarily been like, you can't have carbon as a solid at room temperature. But I'm not a scientist. I'm a words guy. Okay, hold on. The tidying in here. Danielle did some of the tidying. I shouldn't say some. She did a fair bit. But I need an index card and a pencil. Or a pen. I mean, pen's not ideal. But I can work with a pen. Okay. So the number here... like that. And then on this side, it's... like that. And up here, it's... like that. Alright. Nailed it with the sounds. You could really tell, even though you couldn't see the index card. You knew that I was, oh. Of course. This is 2023. No video game requires you to take notes. But okay. What is the number here? To the extent that I know enough to guess. 9 is the single digit place. And I'm thinking probably that this unfolds fairly intuitively with the positioning. The 3 is the tens place, and then circle with dot. 5. 539. What's this? Just a whole lot of alchemy. Okay. But probably I've got what I need to do the passcode to the Forbidden Lab. And I found a new console. Oh, I'm getting close here, aren't I? Shoving all the consoles. There might be one more, and this might be the last one. Both of those are possible. Translate between the warriors and the bards. Warriors love music. Chosen one, come to the fortress. So, warriors. I gotta remember the messy grammar here. I'm gonna try music love. No. Warriors love music? No, of course not. Music. Whoop. Is there a backspace? I'll try like Y next time I need to backspace. It's tough to undo 33 years of conditioning. The B is your back button. I mean, it is here. It's just back out of the whole thing. Okay. Music. Warriors. Love. Chosen one. The fortress come. Bard. Fortress. Yeah, it'd be great if we could even, like, Xavier, to your point, if you're still here, or even if you're gone, just being able to rearrange into, like, nouns, verbs, adjectives. Be great. Nope. Bard, go to the fortress? Nope. Fortress, Bard, go. Bards have instruments. Music, bards love to play. To the fortress, bards will come. Okay. The warriors do their plural before, not after. And warriors use much more natural sounding grammar. Chosen. Wait, where's have or possess? Or something. There it is. Bards have instruments. Bards love to play music. The chosen. It would definitely speed things up. Like, it's not like it's not impairing me from solving it. It's just causing me to have to do a lot of clicking around. Bards. Love. I think, is make over here? Yeah. To make. Music. Oh, these are so fun. The chosen will go to the fortress. That's what they're gonna do. Alright, awesome. And you know what? Part of me was gonna say, kind of the least excited about making connections between the elitist bards and the authoritarian warriors. But no, that's contrary to the spirit of this whole endeavor. We want to bring all people together. What's going on here? I don't know. What is this place? Maybe. Books. Oh, I see where I am. Okay. Fairy Gate. The gold, the silver, the copper. So, okay. Mine? I can tell that this game is going to leave me with the same feeling that the Return of the Obra Dinn left me with. Which is that I'm going to be entirely satisfied with it and not think like, oh, they should have made it arbitrarily longer. But I'm also going to be like, oh, man, I wish this was an established genre. I wish there were 5 other language adventure games I could play. I know there is... I mean, for one thing, this game obviously drew a little bit of mechanical inspiration from Return of the Obra Dinn, with the way the journal locks in and validates when you get a certain number of glyphs all correct. Okay. Now, where do these stairs go? To another door that I need probably some gimmick for. Yeah. So I know there is this game, The Case of the Golden Idol, that I can tell from the screenshots I've seen and the fact that this is how it was presented to me by the person who recommended I check it out, that it is very similar to The Curse of the Obra Dinn in that you're like investigating a mystery and then like validating your assumptions. Found 7, you need 9. Yeah. We've all been there. Well, hold on. I want to go test out the passcode to the Forbidden Lab. The thing that has put me off of trying The Case of the Golden Idol thus far is simply that I've looked at some screenshots of it, and it's genuinely one of the ugliest games that I've ever seen. Just an absolutely repellent aesthetic. I don't know, maybe I'll appreciate it more emotion. And like, what does it matter if it's fun? If it looks hideous. Well, I mean, partially it's because I'm doing it for content. So if it is as hideous as the screenshots give me the impression, I'm making visually repellent content for people. But I don't know. It's on the maybe list for 2024. Ooh, that sounds fun. I have heard, I've been strongly hinted by a Friday Night Frosthaven YouTube commenter that when we finish the Automaton Uprising scenario, which we're, well, I mean, we might lose, but if we aren't going to lose, we're going to win this coming Friday. Okay. First, I'm going with the guess that I know how to do this. No. Okay. However, it could be other permutations. Oops, it's not that. Okay. No. I will go back to the machine that is clearly there to let me validate how numbers work. How multiple digit numbers work. The adding machine. So if I added together, let's do this the easiest way imaginable. If I added together 539 and 0. Yeah, so I've strongly been hinted that we're getting some really cool, fun puzzle as the reward for finishing the automaton uprising. So, the particular commenter first said, or I first misunderstood what the commenter said the first time they mentioned it. So I said, the commenter told us that it was the most fun they and their friends had ever had playing a Haven game. But what the commenter actually said and clarified for me was, it's the most fun I ever had. I don't know about the rest of them, but I do think you will also enjoy it. And, okay, so 539 puts it on that side. So is the password 5039? I'll try that before I mess around more. Very nice. Even when I'm just blowing through these puzzles and they're not really like challenging me that much necessarily. Oh, some of them certainly have. But even when I'm blowing through them, like, it's with delight and admiration at how well they are crafted. Me find something, me find on, which is probably like enlightenment or ascension. But me find the formula. Because this is also, I believe, the same glyph that was on the chalkboard at the top with the plural symbol. And then there were a bunch of formulas. I don't know. You feeling inspired, stranger? No, but he's copied down the formula, which, for my sake, I will quickly and completely translate here into a number. So, gold 1 4 0 5. Oh yeah, yeah. I hadn't even noticed that before, and when you said what you said, Xavier, I thought you just meant that they're in two different columns. But ooh, that's beyond just not letting you rearrange it. Okay, I was gonna say what an odd decision. Now I realize that it's because if they were in sequence by default, then there's like no puzzle at all once you know their numbers. And yet, okay. Silver 0 but that just reinforces, hopefully in Game of the Year edition, hopefully they can add in a sort button, or better yet, a full-on sort menu. 0 8 1 and 2. Okay. And copper, 2 zeros, which are quite possibly blank spaces. If the zero's at the start of the number, assuming that it's quantities for the formula. Copper, we need... Oh, the C thing is 4. 0, 0, 4. And the droopy dude there is 6. I am just going to go ahead and write that down on good old paper. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem great. It's probably just the scary fire-fearing monster that was clearly created here. But wait then, hold on. If this is the lab where they created the monsters, then this is not a good formula. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, doesn't feel like there's anything left in the labs to figure out. But let me double check in lab number 1. So lab number 2 is the adding machine and the ruler. It's just there to teach the numbers. It's got the formula chalkboard. If we add the 3 things to fire, we get on or enlightenment to open the gate. Fairies made the door. Okay, on is... It's the ultimate goal of alchemy. Whatever material or key, maybe it just means key. Okay. I am an alchemist. Can I help you? There it is. So he wasn't offering me help in a literal sense, like he saw that I needed something. Do I have any items? I don't. But okay. Very quickly, I'm going to go back down into the silver mine. See if I can't get my hands on some silver. Not sure I need it or not, but... Okay. Then I ought to... Now that I know more words, I'm going to go in the vicinity of... Oh. There we go. It's a very challenging puzzle right there. Right. Okay. Well, hold on. No, this one I've activated already, huh? No, I haven't. Brothers I'm seeking. Brothers the warriors are not. We can work with this. Me. Seek. And the alchemists put the plural after, right? Yep. Warrior. I've validated warrior, haven't I? Warriors I can hear a cat. Hold on. Hold on. Warriors are not brothers. Oh, yeah. I did brother. I need plural.
Oh.
Wait. My door is slightly open. Astra doesn't need to call to me from somewhere else. Found a book. We are brothers. Okay. I don't think... No. And yet, started typing it. Me find... Book. No. Book. Me find. Okay. Brothers. Where's we? I mean, where's me? I know there's no... There it is. Brothers we be. And he says, brothers we are. But that's not how the scientists would say it. We... brothers. Oh, man. It was a very silly elective in hindsight. In my undergrad, though, when you had to take a language credit, what am I looking for? Just plural. For my language credit for my BA, I did Ancient Greek. And the reason I say that was a silly choice, ultimately it wasn't, because I really enjoyed it. But in terms of, it's an elective. And if you want to learn an ancient language as your elective in first year, maybe take it easy on yourself and do Latin, a very structured, normal language. Ancient Greek, the way they teach Ancient Greek is like 10 minutes of being like, so this is the grammar rule and how it works. And now here's a list of 15 exceptions that you're just going to have to memorize because there's no system to them. And then also please note that we are only doing Attic Greek. There are subtle differences in Doric Greek that are not systematic and you will just have to memorize them. But I really liked it. And this is kind of taking me back to the experience of like kind of knowing the like as you start to get better, you start to actually recognize words and also recognize the Greek alphabet in its entirety. And but ancient Greek grammar is heavily inflected, so it's all wacky. Words aren't in order in the way that we expect them to be in English. So really takes me back. I enjoyed introductory ancient Greek so much that also without thinking, like I took the most impractical BA in the world. It's a miracle that I ever got a job, and like kind of an absurdity that I got a job on the Faculty of Engineering. But I in my second year, I was like, well, I'll take intermediate Greek. I took beginner ancient Greek last year, and that's a much smaller class because nobody but classic students takes intermediate ancient Greek, and they only do it because they have to. Hey, something has changed in the tower. This is what it means. Some of the bards are here now. And presumably also some of the... Oh, these are the servants of the bards. I was going to say, presumably also some of the servants Yes. Yes, in fact. We're doing it. We're creating peace, love, and understanding. Nothing funny about that. Did I go this way last time? Yes, obviously. Ooh, but there's a cool elevator there. Or gondola that I don't remember being here. Perhaps it was, I just didn't take note of it. This partially makes me want to do a run. Oh, of course! There's a gondola that they've built because they're fellows now. Now, you know, we'll really know that something's changed in the tower when there aren't all these exclusionary signs. This is great, though. This is awesome. The goal comes into focus, and it's not just some kind of obscure revelation that leaves you going, but what did it all mean? And then spawns a bunch of internet theories. Maybe there's something like that, too, because there is this gate we're trying to open. But we got a nice, like, actual thing here that matters, that we can relate to our own world and to, you know, human themes. Where am I going and why? I said that I should go and look at the alchemy machine again, because I do not have whatever I need to put in it. Wait, did the stranger copy down the directions that I found in his journal? Maybe. So, okay. I understand now why. Why is there a metamorphosis? Because these are alchemists. Is it this one? Fear, monster, formula, perhaps. It's probably not the one that's cafeteria. We're so close here. Any others that I haven't filled in? No. I've learned them all, but I haven't yet found something that's going to inspire the stranger to do his final thing. There. On. But I found the transformation. I found the key. I found whatever is going to allow us to open the door. The gate of the fairies. All right. Okay. So we got 4 words left. Very confident about cafeteria. Very confident about lab. Very confident about mine. And very confident that this is the 4th word. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking. Can you help me? Fairy gate, the something. Gold mine, silver mine, labs, cafeteria. So what the hell is... What's the first thing up the stairs? Over there. From the gold mine... Well, you know what? I also said oh, this isn't the way to the gold mine. Gotta go back down. I have said I ought to go look at that gimmick machine again and see if there's something I can work at. the gold mine. Oh, wait, of course, but that's coming back from it. Wait, but that's fine, I think. To just forego doing the rock dodging part again. Nothing else to take here? No. Oh, there's also that machine up there where I need something to put in it. Okay. Well, obviously I gotta find some things. This is often the case in adventure games. This is a strategy that I will reuse when I complete this game and return to the King's Quest series. With King's Quest V, absence makes the heart go yonder, which I will, there will be points in that game where I bet I will say, you know what, I need to find things. Transferable skills is what we're developing here. Okay. Is it in the library that I found the instructions for how to operate the machine? Not that that's going to get the whole job done for me on its own. Could the symbol for the place above the gold mine be like factory or transformery? Alright, here's my instructions, but now I understand more. Put silver, gold. Is this silver, gold, or copper? Absinthe makes it's not just the heart that goes yonder in that case. I had gold, but now I don't. Can I get silver anywhere? It's a shame there's no punch through the glass button. Just review everybody's notes. Creating fire. Yes, I know all about creating fire. Yeah, I know I want a book. On one hand, I gotta wrap up soon. On the other hand, here we are. It's tough to say goodbye. Okay, double check the top floor. So at this point, it's a lot of retracing my steps. You know what? I know enough of the scientist language. The alchemist's language. Yet again, my guess at what a good episode title would be is undermined by what the game turns out to be holding in store for me. Alchemists and bards are brothers. Yeah, sure, but other people can also be your brothers. Which actually, at least the alchemists know. Can't just take this hat. Well, I hope I don't need to solve this. I mean, I don't mind if I do, actually. It'd be fun. Probably be cool. But I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. Maybe I'll get some big discovery on this circling around tour. If I don't, that's okay. We'll pop back through the consoles. See if I can unite any more hearts and minds. Ah, it's not where I want to go. I want to go out the front door of the library, which I can't do. Yes, again. Just got to do it in a weird and somewhat counterintuitive way. And then over here from the library takes me to this place. Man, it's never great for your mental mapping when you exit the screen going this way and then you enter going...
Oh.
Okay. A little more peeking around before I say, okay, time to start wrapping up, and my wrap up will consist. This goes here. Okay, hold on. If you are here, then where does this go? Is this to the cafeteria and the transformatorium? Any thoughts, sir? No? Did I never go up here? Or did I go up here? I don't remember it. I went up here and I do remember it. But I never went up here, did I? I did. It's the fairy gate. Now, this machine. Yeah, I need silver. Maybe. What does this part of the machine do? Oh dear. Oh, wait. Wait just a minute. Can't just make silver for you, but be kind if it was just reminding me what these are. I know that this is 2. But hold on here. That's 5. What's 8? 8 is the squiggly dude. And 1 and 2 I know. So, none of these okay. Can I make any of the numbers for the 3 formulas I have out of what's up here? If I can, it's only copper, and I don't even know about that. Or is it like 2, 2, and then I need 6? What's 3 again? This doesn't feel right. Among other things. I'm picking 1 and not 2. Okay. Arg. Okay. Deep breath. I mean, the one I want to make is silver, which is 8, 1, 2. So an 8 in the top right position could be a 5 and a 3. I don't know if this makes any sense. A 1 in the left position. And then 2 1s in the right. No. Because in fact No, that's what I'm trying to make. Okay. Okay. This is 2. That's 3. So wait. My whole premise was flawed. That's 2. Oh. I don't know. Like, I need to get it into the green, don't I? No, because that's how it starts. Okay. Okay. I could spend a long time on this, and it's possible. Very possible that I don't have what I need to solve it right now anyway. But hold on. Silver. 8, 1, 2. Yes. Yes. Okay, try one more time. A 5 in the top right, a 2 in the top right, and a 1 adds up to 8 in theory. Just a 1 in the bottom left. And then 2 at the bottom right. I don't know. Very plausible, very possible that I just haven't actually even gotten anywhere close to the information I need. Hold on. Or, okay. I'm trying the same thing and expecting different results here. Okay. Deep breath. Silver is what I'm missing. But so what? Putting gold in was the solution. So it kind of seems like I'm supposed to put silver in here before I start trying to do things over there. And what's this again? The transform button. Okay, wait. So, hold on. I didn't even try to get over to it, but I can go... No, I can't. I can't highlight the put it in part. Okay. Can I make the number 1405 by adding, this is 500, 500, 1000, oh my goodness, 1200, 1400, 5, okay. Okay. So, this is, okay, what I'm supposed to do here is execute this formula of gold, 1405 for gold. So I need to find silver. Until I put silver in that side of the machine, I cannot create 1405 weighting gold, 812. One last validation check here. I put in the gold. It might mess the whole thing up if I'm not doing it in the right order, but if I go to copper and I'm supposed to just have 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Cool. But I don't have silver loaded into the machine. I need to find some silver somewhere. What's this door? It's locked. Okay. Was there anything up here except just the ferry gate? There was this stairway, which leads me back to the library. So where is the silver? Is it just in the silver mine and I've repeatedly missed it? That's not implausible to me. I'm going to go that way because either I will find some silver and say, oh, or, oh, for heaven's sake. Yes, I see what I did wrong there. Gotta take the elevator down. But I've largely mapped the alchemist area in my mind. But yeah, so the next question is yeah, will the silver show up here or not? Either way, we're getting real close to wrapping up, but if it is there, I'm going to go back and do the alchemy. If it's not there, then I'll accept defeat for now. But I'll go and I'll see if I can solve any more of the bring the folks together puzzles. Because those are really fun. Okay. In the old silver mines. You help me. I did, man. I helped you. And the least you could have done was give me a barrel of silver. Or a chunk of it, at least. But no. Instead, you just bowed to me politely, which I appreciate, but could really use some silver. Oh, well. Let's check this out. So this one I've done. And I don't have a good mental map of all the ones that I have not done. Although perhaps the ones with the circles above them are the ones that I could potentially solve right now. We can validate that pretty easily. Yep. You help me. Plants are dying. I don't want plants to die. Yeah, this guy... This is a consistent trait of this fellow's character. Where's you? There's no you? Yes, there is. And help was pretty early on. I thought. I was wrong. Help. Me. Plants are dying. Plant. Sir. And where's death? Good old death. I, or me, not sequant plants to die. I will help you. I will create a formula. That's it, exactly what he's going to do. Me help you. Me make potion? Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Okay. So, while we're here and something has changed in the tower, perchance has it changed in the garden? And is there any hope that I can find the garden in a timely manner? Huh. The warriors have allowed the gate to open, which is actually helping me, because if the gate's there, then that means I had to go over here before I could get to where the church was, or the abbey, before I could so on. But obviously not down this one, down the other one. There we go. Here we go. Sneaking on through. Do we still have to stealth here? Aw, bummer. Aha, see you later, chump. Stranger's got awful posture, which is fair. I mean, he's been hibernating for who knows how long. Oh ho! This will help me find the garden. It's this way. Plants are not dying because the alchemist created a formula. There's not that much to see here, but it's just nice to have confirmation. The people of the Tower of Sennaar, the Tower City of Sennaar, I don't know, are not so different after all, perhaps. I don't know. Meanwhile, I gotta do a better job of going back the way I came. Because I think I got one more of these I can solve right now. And that'll be a real nice place to shut her down. A little bit of alchemy left to go. Then we're going to blast that fairy gate open, and who knows what happens after that. Oh, come on. Where are you, stranger? There you are. Whoops. Actually, wait. No, this is great. Thank you. It's like fast travel. Alright. Boop-a-doom, boom, boom. No, no, not this way, you fool. Ugh. Not a stream thing, but in December, when classes end, I certainly gotta move my body more often. So there's obviously one more language to learn. Is it the language of the fairies? That'd be cool. Ah, teleported in with my disguise on. The alchemists want to help the monster. The alchemists are afraid. The alchemists don't want to die. Well, that's noble of the alchemists. The scientists. Okay, I can call them scientists in the episode title. Want help, but what? I don't think we have a word. Do we have a word for monster in the warrior language? Impure? Yep. We want to help the impure. But, the hard part here is that we are afraid. Hey, Abra. Because we don't want. Hey, Squeaky. I'm just about done here, sweetheart. I'll be with you in a moment. Want. And then where's death? Warriors are not afraid of the impure. We'll help the scientists. Hey, Muse. There's a cat in one of the apartments near the shared patio space, and sometimes when she's out on her walks, they'll figure out that each other are there, and they'll just stand on the opposite sides of the door, squeaking at each other. Warriors, do not. Fear is over here, isn't it? Fear. A monster. And the warriors will help the scientists? Yes. Hey, you. I hear you. Warriors. Will help. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's a fair point, Abra. And I'm going to wrap up here just in time for SUPPER time. Warriors for help? The alchemists. Obviously, the alchemist word shows up earlier in their language. Right. Right. Yeah. I wonder if this actually... This one might, like, matter. Like, maybe if the warrior's doing something, it gives me access to a place where I can get silver. I mean, it all matters. Because we need to find understanding between all these folks. But okay, that's a good spot to wrap up. I love this. I love this game. Very, very glad that I'm playing it right now. And also very excited for King's Quest V. Absence makes the heart go yonder. Despite, some of the things in its... Not just in its reputation, but things that I know. Like that there's a very, very, very big, stupid desert maze. Stuff like that. I don't care. I'm still excited for it. So, we're on a great path here, heading into the holidays. Sweet. So, tomorrow, right now on the schedule, I believe it says it's in the morning, but it's not going to be in the morning. It's going to be the afternoon here. I'll update the schedule. Ultima Underworld 2, Labyrinth of Worlds. We're going to head back into that Labyrinth of Worlds, and I don't even remember what I'm doing or where I'm going. But we'll figure it out, and I'll go there, and I'll do that. So that should be fun. I feel like we're approaching a midpoint in the quest, but I could be wrong about that. Then, Tuesday, Greg and I are so close to finishing phase 1 of our beat 'em up history project, which is playing all the notable or notable adjacent beat 'em ups through 1993. The only 2 left that we've classed as notable. Oh, you gotta believe that I hear you, Abra. The only 2 we've classed as notable are the X-Men arcade game and the Simpsons arcade game. We're gonna do the X-Men arcade game on Tuesday after having one last attempt to beat Streets of Rage 2, because we were on it, and then I shouldn't have played as Max after my first continue. I played as Max and blew right through, and I had to use my other continue very, very, very quickly. I'm going to stick to Blaze and Axel, and we are going to maybe we'll beat it. But either way, we're also going to have fun, because Streets of Rage 2, you heard it here first. It's a fun game. The Streets of Rage, you don't solve the problems by helping everybody understand each other. I mean, in a sense you do. Like, I want you to understand that I'm cleaning up these streets. Do you understand? Do you understand? Boom. Big German suplex. Where was I going with all this? Oh yeah. On Friday, it's Friday Night Frosthaven. We very well might beat the Automaton Uprising scenario, and that very well might reveal a cool puzzle. I don't know, but we'll see. And then before you know it, it's Saturday again, and we're back in Sennaar, and I think we're going to spread some peace, love, and understanding, and we're going to turn Sennaar into a happy tower, where there are no gates, and hopefully the Bards are a little bit nicer. Or maybe the ending is kind of like the SNL skit about the unreleased alternate ending of It's a Wonderful Life, where after they all celebrate and they're like, they sing Old Lang Syne, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, Mr. Potter's a jerk, and they go and they beat him up. Maybe the end of this game is everybody realizing the Bards suck and sending them into exile or something. I don't know. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you are too. Hey, if you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice, but I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time that we're all in the same tower together, learning how to communicate with each other, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.